Welcome back guys to a brand new video on the channel. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the next big update coming for Ark Survival Evolved. A lot of it's to do with Extinction, but it's how Extinction is affecting the main game, and I hope this video does help you out if you're having any problems and stuff and you want to see if that's going to be fixed within the next update. Now, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently. There's been a lot going on with my life, some pretty tough things, and I don't want to ramble too much because I know you guys don't like that in the video, but sometimes it could take over YouTube life, and I really don't like that because I like to be uploading every day for you guys, so I'm really sorry about that. But I'm back today with a massive video with everything to do with Ark. Now, if this does help you out and you get all the news you need to know, make sure to smash a like. As always, it really does help out the channel, and be subscribed if you never want to miss out on all the Ark news, because this is where you can get it, as well as having those notifications turned on. But anyway, straight into this, Ark's next big update. Now, I didn't think I was going to be making this video so early because Extinction has just come out, especially for the console. It's been out for a bit longer on the PC, but there's already huge problems with Extinction, which is causing the rest of the base game to completely break. Now, currently, if you guys are on the PS4, you need to let me know on the console as well if you've got this problem, but the center is absolutely broken. It's just not working at all, and that is currently going to be fixed within the next update. They're working on solving this. Now, let me know if you do play on the center, what the main problems are with it. I don't really play the center. For me, it's always just been the island. I mean, I've played the other DLCs a few times, but really, it's always just been the island and Ragnarok for me. So, let me know what's going on with the center, but there's huge problems, I know, especially on the PS4. But if you're worried about that and you play mainly on that, don't worry, that is meant to be fixed within the next update, which is coming next week, guys. So you're probably looking at something like the 20th or the 21st when this update is going to be going live for all platforms. So the next thing, again, is a mainly PS4 thing. I don't know if this the same problem was on the Xbox. I don't think it is. But Mechs and Enforcers for Extinction are currently disabled for deploying until the next update as well. No idea why this is happening. Apparently, it's causing some bugs within the game. What I want to know is if this is not happening on Xbox, why can't they just, not have it, they're both consoles. I know nothing about game development, so let me know what is the difference between an update or a DLC brought to the PS4 and the Xbox, because the Xbox doesn't seem to have that problem, but the PS4 does. But just letting you guys know that if you can't deploy Mechs and you can't deploy Enforcers, that is the main reason why. So pretty crazy stuff there. This Extinction DLC has pretty much really damaged the normal version of Ark. So if you're having extreme problems in not Extinction, that is the reason why, and I have no idea why. I know it's probably because Wildcard just, they finished the DLC and they wanted to get it out, but they didn't want to delay it again, because delaying it again would mean massive problems. But I just don't understand. I don't want to go onto a rant because I just want to carry on bringing you guys the news, but what I just don't understand is why can't they make sure, there's always going to be problems. When a DLC is first released, there's going to be problems. I completely understand that, especially for a game like Ark, a survival game. But why can't they look into this more, maybe release a beta version of it and let their fans and players know that it's a beta version, so any problems that are in it, they can release it early. They can, make sure they're perfect and then release the full version for another time. Something like that. I'm not saying that's what they should do, but right now it's completely destroying the game, and they should really know about these things before they release the DLC. And I know this the stress of making sure they hit the release dates, but they have had a lot of time to work on things. That's why I've been pretty shocked. Now, servers are pretty destroyed again on the game, especially on PC. I know PS4 servers have just been not working, but I've heard there's been a few little changes to that. But if you are on the PS4, again, let me know what they're like. I'm not too sure what's going on with Xbox, because I usually play on Xbox, but I haven't done it that much, and from what I've heard, there's been problems with it, but not as much as the PS4. I could be wrong, and Xbox players, if I am, then let me know. I've heard there's been some server issues, but on the PS4, I've heard they're just completely unplayable. But for the PC right now, there is a fix going live for the PC next week as well. They're probably planning one whole big update for all platforms next week. That's what they've been saying for everything. The PC, the Xbox, and the PS4 is just next week. So we're probably looking for a big patch between the regions of 4 to 5 gigabytes, you would think, for this next update. Now, Primitive Plus players. Primitive Plus, again, is absolutely destroyed. You can't really do anything on Primitive Plus at the moment. Let me know how you're getting on with that as well in the comment section. The reason why I'm asking you guys all of these questions and stuff is just so you know I can get feedback from you guys that mainly play, because I don't play Primitive Plus. But because that right now, I've heard, especially from the news I've got from the devs, is pretty much destroyed, and they're working on fixing it at the moment on all different modes. It's not even on Extinction yet, and that's what people said, when is Primitive Plus coming for Extinction? And the reason why it's not come for Extinction yet and they're planning it for a later date is probably because they were worried that something like this was going to happen, and from Extinction's update it is destroyed Primitive Plus on everything else, so I don't even know if you can play it at the moment. Like, that's how crazy that, you know, this is how much of an impact this new DLC has made. And for me it shocks me because Aberration didn't do that, and I know this map is, you know, bigger, but it still seems that it's been rushed, even though the map is fantastic. I'm not taking that away from them. The map is so brilliant, but you can't have a map to enjoy it if there's problems that keep kicking you off. And that's the other thing I'm talking about, is new crashes. There's been, I mean, I've faced them myself. I don't even need to say I've heard or I've spoken to the devs. I've been facing huge crashes at the moment as well since the Extinction DLC has been coming out. Not on the PC as much, but on console it was really painful for me. And if you're experiencing this is again something they're looking into. I've been finding that so stressful at the moment. Whenever, like, you know, I'm trying to record a video, or I'm trying to do something else, or I'm on my dedicated server, and then you've got to load up the game again. And you guys know Ark is not a game that can be loaded up very quickly. So it's pretty frustrating. So another thing is Mesh. Now, you guys know Mesh is going to be followed in the game no matter what. You're going to have to deal with that. Wildcard released a statement about a month ago saying, guys, I know meshing is huge at the moment, and they actually addressed this issue because the YouTuber Jack, who's got back into Ark recently, got was getting meshed all the time, and then he was on top of a place where he couldn't be meshed because it was like a certain structure that he was on top of, but you weren't meant to be allowed on it on Aberration, and Wildcard completely wiped him for doing this. And then they felt like they had to respond now because obviously he put a big word out there and loads of YouTubers release some stuff. And I feel like Wildcard only decide to respond to things when a YouTuber and there's something big going on. Like, you know, it's not, I always find sometimes a lot of people say stuff that doesn't get sorted or doesn't get highlighted, but as soon as there's really something, they're like, all right, you know, look at these YouTubers saying this, they think, right, we need to get this sorted. And I don't feel like that's fair. And meshing is always going to be a problem on the game. Extinction is meant to be pretty bad, and I understand there's nothing they can do about it apart from there's going to be some fixes for that as well within the next update. Just patching as many holes as they can. As you would have seen in that video, they can never completely put a kill floor underneath, because what they said is with meshing, when the dinos are walking, they, you know, some of them can accidentally go under the ground. You know, some dinos go through the mesh by accident themselves, which as soon as that would happen, the kill floor would kill your dino and your tame. Now, the biggest question was, and it's something I'm debating on doing a poll on as well, is would you prefer to lose the odd dino sometimes from the kill platform when your dino goes through it, or would you prefer to people to be meshing? That is the biggest question. I know most people will probably say the odd dino, but who knows, it might happen too much, it gets frustrating. So that again is something we need to find out. So all of these different problems at the moment, especially the most highlighted ones, are being fixed for next week's update. Now, if there's anything I haven't talked about, I know there's quite a few stuff I haven't talked about, but there's any problems, it might be a smaller problem, submit it to Wildcard, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will favourite it, because I want to find out these issues, because, you know, I like to be able to use my platform to help other people and get it to Wildcard. That's what I want to do for you guys. So highlight me any issues I haven't talked about in today's video that may not be coming in the week off, the update with the week coming. I can't even speak. Next week's update. And then hopefully if there's any bigger ones that get highlighted a lot by a lot of people in the comment section, I can send it off to Wildcard, and that might be fixed in the next 2 weeks, or even potentially, you know, for the next one, because Wildcard can't, especially for console, can't just keep releasing updates. It has to go through QA and stuff, so it's really the one big update must have everything in at once. So pretty crazy time. I kind of like, when I'm recording my videos, have my notes up of what I'm going to talk about, and one thing I just put at the bottom of my notes is to to do like sort of an overview on for the final part of the video is the whole new update for the base game of Extinction has just broken everything. And I don't want to talk about this too much because I don't like ranting, because I know you guys sometimes don't agree with me and I'd rather keep my opinion to myself sometimes. But it's just crazy. It really is crazy how one DLC has destroyed a lot of things right now, and a lot of things are unplayable. And Wildcard have such a brilliant, like sort of advertisement for this. The marketing's been great. It's got out there. It's been very popular. Steam has had over 100,000 players on it all at once, which was their all-time high players. Xbox, I don't even know Xbox and PS4, but I'm sure it's in the hundreds of thousands more than the PC. And these problems, again, just drive... I couldn't even speak. I need to have a drink. Just drive players away. And this is happening too much and too often. And I really don't know what Wildcard are going to do to stop this. Now, that is mainly everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. I know bits of it was a rant, and I know not as much was news, but I've just been watching the scene and seeing what's going on, and it's just shocking me with the amount of problems. But I know at the same time it is just the start of the DLC, and hopefully it could get all sorted within the next few weeks to the next month. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll be back as much as I can with all the news of updating you guys on the